Well, we're joined now by a very special guest. Mr. Adarsh Mishra is the father of a COVID patient, a young girl, Ishita. They join us together. In fact, they join us from the Ram Leela Ground COVID Center of LNJP Hospital here in Delhi. They've both come from the United Kingdom. Mr. Mishra, you've had a fairly horrific experience being transferred to this facility. It's often been very cold and quite difficult. Could you tell us about what you've experienced?
Yeah. Hi, Vishnu. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, as in, just a point of correction, as in we were transferred to the Ram Leela Ground to start with, but right now we are located at the special ward of LNJP Hospital, which is basically an annex to LNJP. But we started our journey in this COVID mayhem at Ram Leela Ground, which is basically a shelter. To start with, it's a tented shelter, pretty cold, dripping wet at times. So effectively, we landed here from the UK on 22nd, a week ago. We had obviously tested ourselves in the UK before flying. We had the fit to fly certificate. But for whatever reasons, my daughter here, she tested positive at the airport. We were then moved to the Ram Leela Ground. At around 4 a.m. on 22nd. We were told at the airport that because we were not very sure whether the report that had come on the airport was accurate, so we asked for a retest. They told us that we would get retested immediately as we reached the COVID center. Eventually, the test happened at around 12 p.m. on that day. So 6 hours of wait in the Ram Leela Ground. And that has been the theme for us in the last week. As in, we are given promises about certain things. Those timeliness is never maintained. And to be very honest, as in, I would say it's not the fault of the people at the ground, as in the doctors, the nurses, the ward people that I have interacted with have done their level best to support us in the difficult situation that we are in. Given that we had only 11 to 12 days of holidays planned, the problem that we are facing right now is that there is no surety as to when we can leave this place. My daughter is completely asymptomatic. She has got no symptoms whatsoever.
Yep.
However, yes, she has been tested positive through RT-PCR. And the fact remains that...
So, Adarsh, I'm just trying to understand, if you clear an RT-PCR test and Ishita is negative, will you be allowed to leave?
No, we are not sure. What we have been told, and this is the main problem, as it's the lack of clarity around the comms, around the policy.
No, so what have you been told? What have you been told?
Okay, so 3 different things. Which of them is correct, I don't know. So one, that our RT-PCR report, whenever it comes negative, depending on what variant Ishita is afflicted with, whether it is Omicron or whether it is Delta, that would decide whether she can go immediately or whether she has to further wait.
Right.
So that is one version. Second version, that irrespective of what the variant, once she comes negative, she would go. Third version, she has to be quarantined for 14 days whatsoever.
Right. So there's confusion on the ground. Let me ask Ishita a question. Beta, how difficult is it for you first? And most importantly, how are you feeling? Are you feeling okay?
I'm feeling very upset. I miss my mum and my brother very much. And I'm not very happy about how nothing's really confirmed. Everything's very unsure. I don't know when I'll be able to go home.
Isn't it still great that you've got your dad with you and you aren't all alone? I think that's the saving grace, Ishita. You must be really happy that at least he's with you.
Yes, definitely. I think if I was all alone, I wouldn't be able to manage.
Well, you're a brave little girl, and I think you're doing fine, and I hope you get better if you aren't already better, and you've got your dad with you, and hopefully this ordeal that you're going through will be gone in a couple of days from now. So both of you do stay safe. Thank you very much for speaking to us and highlighting the problems and the confusion that you faced. There are people in the Delhi government who would be watching this, and perhaps you will get some more answers to your questions. Thank you.